right. Good morning. Good morning. Enough with the music. I was waiting for that last little bit of coffee to drip. I had to get that last little drip out that K-Pod.
Mine stopped off.
Oh, man. How's everybody doing this morning?
Good. Good.
Yeah, let's see. What's the date today? 16. Wow. I'll tell you what.
Already.
South Florida Drone Meetup, not far away, baby. College baseball, yeah, the whole weekend. I got another game today at 1 o'clock, man. Enjoying that. I'll tell you what, I love college baseball. Had a beautiful day yesterday, doubleheader. Got another game today.
Is that exhibition, Johnny?
No.
That's season.
Real thing, okay. Yeah. Everybody started on Valentine's Day.
Wow.
Everybody started same day, yeah. LSU plays 3. Well, they played early. They bumped it up because of the rain, although they didn't have to. Southeastern bumped the game up yesterday, the doubleheader. So they were supposed to play at night, well, around 3 and then 7, but they bumped that up. And then the day's game's at 1. But the sun's shining now, so it'll be beautiful today, 60-something degrees. So it'll be really, really nice.
Golly.
Yeah, 4 games. I'll tell you what, the wind was blowing, Joe. You know how hard the wind was blowing yesterday. I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
They had 13 home runs hit. We hit our Southeastern hit 13 home runs, 6 in one game. Well, they hit 6 yesterday in the first game, 5 in the second, and hit 2 the night before. So 13 home runs in 3 games. That's pretty impressive there.
Yeah, that wind was blowing last night.
Oh yeah, John.
They said they had hail hitting the roof.
I was gonna go out.
I don't even want to go look at my car.
Yeah, I tell you what, this might be the longest stretch. I haven't put a drone. I don't know. I probably hadn't flown since Tuesday, which for me is that's like months. I don't know. I just seemed like I've been busy. Had something. What we had, I had something Wednesday night and Thursday just didn't fly.
And the weather hasn't been that good either.
No, it hadn't. Been kind of overcast and kind of cloudy.
We had a little freezing drizzle. I was thinking about taking the Avata up, but it was just enough freezing mist or whatever coming down. It's like, I'm not going to chance it and get icy blades or whatever and have an issue. So,
Al, good morning. TJ, Mike, Copper State, Ron John. Let's see who else is in here. Bob Casey. Bob Casey is in the house. I know Bob. Matter of fact, let's see. I think Bob sent me a picture. He went from he said he went from some rain to basically. Let's see here. They had some crazy weather in a matter of
a lot of rain.
What's Bob say?
Johnny, we went from 7 inches of thunderstorms.
7 inches of rain and then this.
And flash flood warnings to this.
That's pretty big change.
That's crazy weather or what? Johnny, we went from 7 inches of rain, thunderstorms, tornado warnings.
Kind of looks like Michigan.
Be glad it wasn't all snow. You'd have a lot more snow to shovel.
And like 30 inches.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that's crazy. I know the weather is. Philip, welcome in, Coach Shad.
So, Johnny, you hear about that guy Friday night in Slidell?
We are TFR for 2 more days. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I guess the president keeps popping in over there. What's he think going to his house? What kind of person goes there?
Yeah, jeez. Come on now.
Hey, Johnny, you hear about that guy Friday night at the parade? Parade in Slidell. First parade of that season, Titans parade. Guy trying to find a parking space, can't find a parking space. Parks his car on the railroad tracks.
Oh, really?
Goes into the crowd, leaves his car there, right? His truck. Goes into the crowd and starts making all kind of derogatory comments about people. So they called the police over to him. Got the police over to him, realized where his truck was right before the train went right through it.
Really?
Yeah, the train went through it. He got they said they might have some terrorism stuff on him. They said aggravated obstruction of a roadway, disturbing the peace. They went through a whole list of stuff. They got him on.
Wow.
And stupidity.
Well,
yeah,
no kidding.
Just parked it and got up and left it right there. Amtrak went right through it.
Jeez. Lon don't have the link. I sent it, Lon. Let's see here.
He actually told somebody that if he couldn't find a parking space, he was going to mess up the parade.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeesh. Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Parade's not that important.
No.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Not-
Man.
Not for them Mardi Gras beads made in China. No.
No, I tell you what, I'm lucky. I'm lucky to be here. After the parade I shot last night, right there in Slidell, they got this big old ditch. If I stand in it, I'm underneath. It's over my head. Let's put it that way. It's that big. And as I was leaving, I'm walking the edge of the ditch and stepped on a bottle, rolled my ankle. And as I'm going into the ditch, a guy grabbed me by my strap.
What's up, Chris? What's up, Lon?
I didn't go swimming in the ditch.
Yeah, Joe shot a Mardi Gras parade last night. Yeah. Scotty Jackrabbit. Who else is in here? Buckeye says, let's see, what's he say? Don't let cloud cover stop you. It really helps you detail you normally be in the shadows. There you go, John.
There you go.
That's
Shadow.
from the words of Mr. Trophy Giver Out person.
What a
It's
title.
like a new trophy getting made.
Should make him a trophy.
Oh, we're gonna make him something special. Don't worry.
Yeah, there's a few of us now that have 3D printers too, Rick. So might,
Oh
might
man.
be getting some trophies.
What's up, Lon? What's up, Lon?
Not much.
Man, you
Yeah, I
fine?
actually flew my drone the other day. The sun actually poked out. I hear what he's saying about the cloud cover, but there's a lot more to it. It's cold. It's
Yeah.
like,
Stuff coming out
you
of the
know,
clouds.
How's that?
yeah, you're just like,
How's that Mini 5 flying, Lon?
yeah, it flies just like unicorns and freaking, you know, it flies just like unicorns and
Man, I know
leprechauns.
they pumping up the drones now. You got the Mini 5, you got the Mavic 4, you got the Mini V Copter. What else we got coming out? The Phantom 8. You know, we got all kind of shit coming out.
I don't know why people think the Mini 5 is coming out. I don't know where people get this information.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising there to me. But hey, I don't
It's
know.
not a surprise. It's not happening. they just drum up this stuff. You know, it's like the Mini. It's just something for them to talk about. I got my S25 Ultra just the other day, like a couple weeks ago, maybe. And there's already channels talking about the S26 leaks.
Yeah, of course.
It's like Jesus, because that's all they live on. These channels that don't. That's all they got is leaks. So they just got to keep them coming.
Chris,
We're talking about the Mini 6
Chris
there in a
got the new
minute.
Phantom, that's for sure. Chris got the new Phantom 6.
Hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you look all blurry though, or is that just me?
Oh, there he goes. He's coming. Yeah, he's
Oh,
in.
there it is. Yep, there it is.
I'm up.
What's up,
I'm up
Chris?
to 9.
You up to the 9? You got the 9? Well, that ain't bad.
I'm up to the Phantom 9 now.
Woo! Damn, son.
Yeah.
He's hanging out
You
with
must have a
Eddie
direct
Nunez. That's what you get when you hang
When
out
he
with
jumped ahead about 5.
Yeah, him and Frank Wang and Eddie Nunes all hang out.
Somebody got the Spark 2. There you go. That's
Yeah, there you go.
Spark 2. Ooh,
the Spark 2 and the Tello 6. Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? That's I guess keeps it going. Michael Fly Zone, welcome in. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Mikey.
I don't know. Got a lot of stuff coming out. I know DJI. What they got? They talk about. They have a new Osmo coming out. I don't
Yeah,
know.
the Osmo Mobile 7's coming out Tuesday, and then the Ronin Mini 4 or Ronin 4 Mini, whatever.
Michael Blade.
Camera gimbal's coming out Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So.
Let's see. Steve says my new DJI drone set Wednesday sent out of Canada. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, what drone are you getting?
I think he
Is it a replacement?
a replacement for the Air 3S. Is that what it is?
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what one he's getting replaced, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that's the other question. You know, everybody's talking about new drones coming out. Are we going to even be able to get them?
Yeah.
You know, that's the big question.
Yeah, we're not
You
getting
know?
any.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Al ordered a little flip, and he can't even seem to get it from Miami. You know, it got stuck in Miami, so he ordered it from somebody in like I don't know, Arizona. Or, I don't know. He found he called DroneWorks. Actually, DroneWorks had it on the site, but they did not have it in the stock. He saw a little drone company online, and I think Phoenix or somewhere, and he called the guy and they shipped it. I haven't. He was in the chat. I'm not sure if he got it yet or not.
Yeah, I've been wanting to buy it for about. I'm not going to try it.
What's that, Chris? You broke up.
Breaking up, Chris.
The Avata 2.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Chris, you've been flying that Avata. You've been flying that Avata?
No, I've got it all bound up to my goggles, and I'm gonna probably sit down today since it's so cold and windy, and sit in the house and play with it a little bit.
Gotcha. Yeah, Bob's RC, Michael Blade, got some hit with 3-bet. Yeah, it seemed like everybody know we had some bad weather come through last night. Chris, you probably got it earlier than us, of course, and now it's kind of sweeping across. It came through pretty quick. I know we lost power. Looks like I lost about 30 minutes of power last night, which I didn't even. I guess my sleeping pill had kicked in at that time. But anyway, let's see. With the tariffs, DJI will be increasing the USA prices to make us pay for additional costs to get them into our country. I guess. I mean. I don't know.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. They ate the last tariff, so.
Vegas finally got snow. Yeah, I guess, Lon, I don't know. I guess they'll pass this one on, if it happens. Or I thought they had put it off for a little while, but is it going back?
I think the Chinese tariff is going to go, right? I think they paused the Mexico and Canadian tariffs, but I haven't heard any talk of a pause to Chinese tariffs.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? It's just like you always say, Lon, you don't have to buy it. And listen, you know what it is when you buy it. I mean, they're going to,
yeah.
I mean, it's posted, you're going to get charged. It looks like you get charged tax now from DJI, almost everybody. I know for a while there, Louisiana wasn't getting it, but I know pretty much, I think Marcus is still not getting it in Idaho, but
really?
Not many people are. I know that.
Or not getting away with it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, as backwards as Louisiana is, they caught up on the tax pretty quick. You know what I mean?
They aren't as backwards as you think when it comes to that.
Yeah, they're not as bad. No.
They're all about getting your money.
Yeah. You can't.
Morning, guys. Morning.
What's up? I'm glad you could get up out of bed.
Man, I tell you what, right when I rolled out, I said, shit, it's late. Let me see what's up. Chris was just ending.
I mean,
Brother Hope was just saying bye to Brad. Say bye, Brad, if I missed you. And I said, dang. Didn't even have time to say hello.
Chris said real Texans get up at 4. I mean, they don't get up at 8.
Oh, wow.
Y'all didn't know I was from Missouri?
Chris, how you let him in your
I've been up
man?
since 4:30.
Oh, man. Let's see.
Say it again, Johnny.
I said, how you let Joe in your state? He sleeps till 9 o'clock,
9 o'clock. Come on. Give me a break.
We have 8 inches.
Got up at 7-11.
8 inches of snow. 14 inches.
Man, it's chilly here. Man, it was nice yesterday. It was like 69 yesterday. I woke up, it's 39 this morning.
Yeah, I can't call him a good Yankee, Johnny. I got to call him a damn Yankee.
Damn Yankee.
Oh, man. Let's see. What else? RJ. Yeah. Well, I think Al, RJ, I think he's got it coming from a little distributor somewhere in Arizona or something. His little flip. He ordered a flip. Everybody's getting a lot of snow. That's for sure. It looks like it. Joe, I guess you saw some of the video from Scotty and them, man. They look like they had a good time at that little meetup they went to.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was. They were in Discord too for a little bit too. Walking around, and we were the Quad Mafia chat, whatever, walking around with them. Looked like a lot of fun. Yeah.
Them little guys racing them little whoops. That's for sure.
And I tell you what, flying through there. No pun intended.
So Joe, those are still analog that they're doing? Yeah.
Don't know. Couldn't tell you. I don't know what they were.
Like it on a bit. Well, on the ones he was showing the other night on my show. Not that the guy. No, I'm sorry. The guy that was on my show. Aaron, did you look at any of his?
Oh yeah, his probably look digital. Or I mean, analog. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Pretty cool.
Let's see, 4 inches of snow. Now rain. Man, everybody blasted with snow. John Flynn is distributing that snow everywhere.
Hey, I like to share.
Yeah, exactly. Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. That's right.
Sharing is caring.
Let's see. Let's see here.
I'm sick of it. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
I
y'all
bet you are, John.
feel good to get to the South Florida Drone Meet up there.
Yep. That's
John,
always
that's
a nice
cool.
break.
How many days, Johnny?
50?
I don't know.
50 something?
6.5 weeks at least. Still, my airline hit me up last week to tell me there was 7 weeks.
You're let my dog back in. Over.
48 days. That's it. 48.
48.
Yeah, a month and a half approximately. 6
Yeah.
weeks. 6.5 weeks. I'm almost exactly.
Yeah, I know somebody was messaging me yesterday. I forgot who it was about room. So yeah, if you haven't had your room, you got it booked, I would book it. I mean, I'm not sure where they stand. I think he definitely always adds us some rooms at the end there, you know. I think last year we had 30, and you normally give us 25, but she's pretty good about adding rooms, you know.
Yeah. She had in my room, no problem.
Well, you're Lime de Nord. I mean, of course.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I told her I had Billy Kyle in tow, and she was like, "Oh my God, that will give you 2 rooms."
She said, Billy who? Oh man, Billy. Yeah, Billy put up a little video of the parade. The parade. I saw a little bit of some of the stuff. That was pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yes, somebody flying in front of St. James Hurst. They threw a Miller Lite at it and broke her.
Can't hear you, Chris. You're breaking up.
Chris,
You're breaking up.
Good.
You're breaking up, Colonel.
hey Lon, I put together my printer, my old Anchormate, and got it working again.
Wow. How many screws did you have left? Yeah, you beat me.
That's what I
He
had.
found them all.
I'll tell you what, I put
That
everything
too.
back where it was, and they had one screw I couldn't get out, the little head, the little where the nozzle goes.
Head?
Got it out, but I tell you what, Matt come over there and I had all them wires unplugged. He said, "I hope you took pictures of this crap." I said, "No, I didn't." So he started plugging everything back in, but hey, I got it. So yeah,
Johnny's got a print farm now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hire some children, you know, pay them.
Have them make t-shirts and 3D printing.
T-shirts and benchies, you know.
Right.
You're gonna pay him in benches. That's what you're gonna do.
We'll be a benchy.
Today you get a green benchy for 12 hours.
Daytona 500. Oh, that's where Trump is going, right? He's going to the Daytona 500.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
He's stopping by to see Hot Rod. That's what he's doing.
Man, I was just checking Best Buy for like Neos and Flips. Yeah, it's they don't have them. They don't show the Flip period, and they're out of stock on the Neo across the board. So
What's did you guys talk about already? What's that new email y'all got said from DJI with the roll and something about focus?
No, that's the new.
Yeah.
What are those?
Yeah,
what are
that's the
those
new
do?
OEM 7. That's the new Osmo Mobile 7, and
Is that
then
the 7?
and then the word on the grapevine is that the Ronin 4 Mini, I believe, is the one that's coming out Thursday. Yeah, Tuesdays is it's weird their schedule. It feels like Tuesdays, like consumer stuff comes out, and Thursdays professional stuff comes out. You know what I mean?
So we
Ronins,
more products.
Yeah, if you can, we should be able to get that stuff. I haven't heard anybody having problems getting like action cams or anything.
No,
Right.
and even the air units and stuff now, it seems like, you know, they caught up with that. Well, it looks like you can get where's it at right here? The Flip, you can get it, but let's see, when's the date? The ship date says February 19th through the 21st. Well, that's not bad.
That's not too
I mean,
bad.
that's not bad.
No, that's a couple days.
Yeah.
Right?
So before though, it would show. I don't know. Let's see when this is. Yeah, well, March 3rd through the 17th on this one on a combo or fly more, whatever they call this thing. So, and then a fly more combo was it show February? Yeah, well, March 3rd through the 17th. So,
Well, check out that
DJI.
seller name, boy. God, don't it?
what's that, Joe?
I said, check out the ships from. Look at that seller name.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah,
Sellers.
there's no
What the hell
telling.
is that?
Let's see.
No.
Ordered a flip and got it in 2 days. Okay, yeah. Huh. Yeah, because I know Al, I don't know if Al is still in here. If he ever got his or not from where he was getting a real place. And
yeah, Florida's a trip. That's the bottom line. It's pretty weird. That,
yeah, and pretty soon, if I was DJ, I'll be honest with you. If I see a Florida address, I just ain't gonna ship a damn drone. That shit would be
I
me.
just hit you an email and say, "Hey, look, man,
Yeah,
I'm sorry." Look,
Kind of like they did on the
they
East
did do
Coast.
that actually because they were having trouble getting into Pennsylvania too, right?
In New
Yeah,
They
Jersey.
Jersey.
sent people
New Jersey.
emails saying, "Hey, yeah,
Yep.
say I'm sorry."
Yeah, Al says he should have it tomorrow then. So yeah. That's kind of crazy though. I mean, they're gonna get tired of that, and then or they get now. I think Al did get noticed that DJI got the one that he sent. They sent him. They got it back. So, I mean, because you wonder, eventually, not only are they paying shipping to the U.S. and back to China, are they getting their drones back, or they just stacked up somewhere,
Mhm.
Yeah, they eating them. Yeah.
Scotty,
Hey,
what's up,
yeah,
Scotty?
Cool, got it.
if Trump, I'm just sitting there seeing what East Coast said. If there was a TFR over there where we were, it should have been yesterday too. Well, if there was, we sure weren't honoring it because we were flying like a son of a gun. I don't know that anybody even checked. Didn't even think anything
I
about
think
it.
that was near Daytona, not.
Yeah, and we're in St. Augustine, so we're probably far enough, I guess. But how many miles
you
away
are.
does it usually
Well,
cover?
it's not. I don't know. It's not that far.
That's
Usually
what
not
I
that
know.
far.
It's like 5 statutory, isn't it? 5 or 10 statutory, something like that. It's not
30
like
miles.
It's
30
30
miles.
to 30
30.
residential.
TFR is 30.
I know, yeah, like
Well,
on stadiums, like for football games, they're usually 30.
Yeah.
Oh, are they?
Well, normally, I know the
regardless.
Super Bowl, the first one they put up was 10 miles, and then when Trump was coming, it was 30.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
gets
I knew it was
30.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have like.
Now I got to tell you, we were all below the trees, so it's like, holy cow! I mean, it's it was freestyle, and then we had stuff that was in the building, and then we had things that were under a arena type where they do barrel racing and
They only
stuff.
put
So-
one handcuff on you in that situation.
Yeah.
They only,
Well-
they only do one handcuff if you're under the
You guys are
tree.
flying what, FPV anyway?
yeah,
Yeah, they need to get that sheltered operations thing out. They keep talking about it.
Yeah. St. Augustine is clear.
okay.
Okay.
You would think. It's 60 miles away from Daytona, if I'm not mistaken. I used to stay in St. Augustine when I went to Bike Week. We used to stay in St. Augustine.
I didn't realize it was that close.
Is it 60 miles? I didn't. It's not
It
60.
feels
is it?
like it's 60.
I think it's
I
about
don't
30.
think-
I think it's about 30 miles. Maybe not.
That's what I
Is
think is
it?
about 30 miles. 30
Yeah,
miles.
It takes a minute to get to Daytona. That's why we quit doing it.
Yeah, you
We
can
got
go.
tired
you
of
can
riding
go,
to Daytona.
right on the beach road. It only takes about 35 minutes, I think.
I
Yeah.
think we're about 30 miles south of Jacksonville, 20 to 30 miles south of Jacksonville. And then I would guess that Daytona is probably another 30 miles down.
We always stayed in New Smyrna for Daytona, so it was low. When it comes to Phoenix, as I was trying to air, is on the TFR. Yeah. Well, I know Joe, like when they put the 30-mile radius, Captain Joe can't fly, but I can fly here. So
I just looked it up.
55 miles.
It's 55 miles from Daytona
told you.
to St. Augustine. Hour and 2 minutes.
Wow. I didn't realize it was that
Told
far.
ya.
Of course, I don't get on that side very often. I'm
Wow, we
always
just-
on the
Scott,
West
you just
side.
drive fast. That's all. You just drive fast, Scott.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what?
Dustin.
Matter of
You
fact,
guys
I
are everywhere.
allowed myself an hour to get back because I had a dinner date last night. And I think I had an hour and a half when I got back. So I was like, man, I left too early. But that was because I'm making up time on the road.
So Scott, it looks like y'all had a good time at that event. It was
Man, we had a blast. You know, Ken and I are so opposite as far as driving too. He's super safe, and here I am out there at 80 miles an hour. Now I'm not unsafe.
He is super slow.
I guess there's a different way to say it, right?
The SS Kenny there.
Yeah, man, we had a blast. I got to tell you, Ken was an excellent host too. I mean, I just I had a great time. And the crowd was not real big, but I think the crowd was perfect if you really wanted to go and fly. Because we were, I'm not that good of a pilot. I was mixed in with all these other good pilots, and I got to fly pretty much all I want. You'd have to wait about every third flight, and you could fly. And then in the beginning there for a while, it was this guy would go, and then you would go back and forth. So it wasn't real, but there was a lot of good pilots there, and then pretty much everybody there was good. But it was so much fun. The racing,
like a great time.
The racing was awesome. I mean, it's just until you see that speed live. I've watched it on camera many times, but to see it live, it was wild.
Did they have any like Avadas, anything, Scott, or it was all?
Jerry was flying his Avata, and he was right there in the middle of it. And somebody had a Mini 4 that was out there. Now, the Mini 4 guy kind of had to let him know, you can't go out there and fly for 30 minutes. And we're sitting there doing 3 and 5 minutes, and I just think the guy had no idea, and everybody was being super polite, but you could tell they were sitting there and say, "How long is this guy going to stay out here?" Now they were supposed to be somebody there managing it, and I think because the crowd wasn't as big as it was, that got a little lax too. But we were pretty much monitoring it ourselves. Like, hey, I'm on 1, I'm on 3, I'm on 5, I'm on 7, and for the most part, we didn't have any problems. Now, planes were getting knocked out of the air, and that was a problem. And I think what we figured out was the plane could be up, and if you had 2 DJIs hook up, the third guy would knock him out. So, because he crashed more than once.
Did Hot Rod go, Scott?
The Hot Rod, I don't. He did not show up. I think he was texting Ken during it, and I'll be honest, when I get into these things, I'm into them. And I know something was going on over there. I think he was texting, trying to get an idea what was going on up there with us, but I don't really know any details about it. And I guess he didn't come because he wasn't there when I left. So, but I'm not sure. It was fun though. It really was fun. So Mason was there, which is supposedly the fastest drone flyer now. And man, that guy was awesome. And Blips FPV, he's who I got to watch the most. And it's like, holy smokes. It's like, that is, how do you go that fast? I mean, how do you even react that fast? Jerry went and put his camera on his fingers, and it's just constantly. And you see it in front of you, and it's really, you can't even focus on it. Or, I mean, you got to look at the right way. You don't look close. If you're close, you'll miss it. So you got to look away and see it. And then you look over at the screen and see how he's seeing the gates. And it's like, man, I can barely see the next gate before he's going through it,
Yeah,
but
that's crazy.
The other good thing about it was you could sit there and talk to these guys and ask them questions. And it's the same thing. You train your brain. If your brain's trained to handle it, it's not a big deal. You just do it. And that's what they do. But we had some, for the most part, everybody there was pretty darn good. Now, there was one guy that was there. His name was Jose, and he came from South Carolina, I think. And I know when I first walked up, he was out there racing. I was like, I mean, that was the first one I got to see, and he was just tearing it up. So I got to talking to him, and I said, how long you been flying? 8 months.
Wow.
I was like, you kidding me? You're flying like that in 8 months? But, it's I heard another gentleman say, hey, this is a young man's sport right here. because
No,
he was like 20 something years
I don't
old.
think my brain would see that far ahead in the goggles, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, you could see us slower guys. We're really slower. You know, there's no doubt about it.
Get up to the gate, stop. Oh, we got to take a left here, you know. No.
Yeah, Bob's right. That was Blips FPV. Is Blips BLIMPZ, I think.
And Scott, you said somebody drove like 40 something hours to get there.
48 hours to get there. He came from upper state Canada. I say state, I guess upper country Canada. It was 15 hours just to drive through Canada. So, but yeah, he was in, and look, having a great time. And then another guy was there from Minnesota. His dad just told me, yeah, it's negative 25 here today. And I think we were at 65 that day. Of course, that day the wind was blowing. So for us Southerners, that was tough.
Man, that's a hell of a drive. I'm gonna tell y'all guys right now, I'm public. You guys about 10, 12 hour friends. I'm not driving no further than about 10, 12 hours.
I swear to God.
Well, it's the funny thing
I
was
make it to the airport.
Yeah, no lie.
the funny thing was he said, hey, if this thing breaks down, I'm leaving it in Florida. I'm not taking it back.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy though. Wow.
Whereabouts in Canada?
40 hours.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm not sure old Jeff got what he wanted. I don't think. Look, I think they get bigger events. I think Valentine's Day definitely messed with it. And don't get me wrong, there was a lot of people there. If I had to guess, I'm saying 70. So, but I bet he was expecting like 100, over 100, you know. And but the weather wasn't the greatest either. So I think those combination. Now I can tell you the weather did not mess with us. Yesterday we were getting some small bands. It literally, some of the rains that we got, you could stand out and not really be wet. You know, it's kind of like that. Now we got one torrential rain, but then it took 2-3 minutes, and then here it is. It never did get sunny, which for our northern buddies, that's good for them because they didn't get their suntan, you know, and they didn't freeze. All right, I done got my message. I'm fixing to have to get out of here. So,
All right, Scotty.
oh no, she says she just woke up.
She just
I got
woke
enough
up.
time. I got a coffee break. So anyway, I'm okay.
Let's see, 11
But
and a
we've
half
been
hours.
dodging rain here right now. So
That's about me. I got about 11. Well, I lose an hour. Hey, Scott, you know what, though? I think people getting these texts. I got a text from somebody saying I owe some tolls, but it wasn't from the state of Florida. So it's kind of that's a text they trying to scam people.
be careful because I've been getting that too. And I've been ignoring. I've just been deleting it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was
Got a
going.
couple of those too.
Yeah, it was only
Yeah.
like $4 or $5, but I guess if you send enough $4 or $5 people and they pay it, you know, that's I guess that's.
I didn't even click it.
I
I
wouldn't
immediately
click it.
deleted it. I drug over and hit delete.
Yep.
So
Well, how are you going to pay
What was it for?
That's the question. How you
well,
pay it?
here's the
You
thing:
gonna
if
give
they
credit
want,
card information,
I don't know. I didn't. Like I said, I just deleted because Bailey had got one about 2 days before, and I told her the same thing. Just delete it. You know.
Yeah.
It was an invite or something for what? Well, I missed it.
no, it says to avoid late fees, go ahead and pay now or something like that.
Late fees for a toll road.
Oh.
Yeah.
We've been on, yeah. I mean, I follow Scott, so I get free. If you follow somebody that lives in Florida, you don't have to pay.
You're right.
Johnny, you know, I'm not sure if I did pay or didn't pay, but I just had to renew my license. I thought, okay, well, if there is something, maybe this is going when they're going to ask me, hey, you have paid this or something. Well, guess what? That never came up. So
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be attached to your license. It'd be attached to your license plate. Be attached to your car.
right? And ask you.
well, guess what?
you gotta
I was
ask yourself a
renewing.
question.
Well, I was getting my license plates too. I mean, you do the same with both.
Well, yeah. Then if you're getting your plates too, then yeah, registration and all that.
It's,
Yeah.
it's your
come up.
birthday, so you know that's when you have to do it.
But you know, when Amber, my daughter and I went to Disney World in January, and they got it like maybe 2 weeks after they came back. So I mean, you know, but I never did get anything, and yeah, it's
Right.
great. I
You
didn't
got to
get it.
ask yourself a question. When you go get your license, do you give them your phone number? If the answer is no, then how would they be texting you?
Let me tell you what,
It's just that simple.
our
It's just that
government's
simple.
getting our government's getting so invasive into your world because I was getting emails now that's telling me, giving me alerts of what's going on in Tallahassee, Florida. So I don't want to know that I got a burglary 5 miles away and I got a sex offender 5 miles away and permits for this. I'm like, why are you spamming my phone now? And this literally just started happening
Jesus
3
Christ.
days ago. And I'm like, so why is the government giving away, whether they're doing it, and I guess they are doing it, but it's like a neighborhood alert thing.
You
They
can
got
turn
all
that
that.
off.
They got all that.
I know my utilities, they will contact me almost immediately when the power goes out to let me know that the power's out.
Yeah.
And that's only so you won't call them and harass them.
Mhm.
You know?
Yep.
So,
Hey, we know your power's out. We're working diligently to get you back up and running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right. But now
So
they
that's
got
the
that
utility.
email, and because they have that email, they're not using it just for that. They're using it for whatever else they want to. So you're right, Ron. Don't ever give them the number. And that's what we do.
They got all that from that FPV drone you was flying.
Yeah, Bob, I did do that. Actually, I did it last night. I can't stand this. Now, the thing is it came up just as I was getting ready to go to this event, and I can tell you, peripheral stuff didn't matter to me. I was like, I'm going to the event. I got to do what I have to for that, and I'll deal with that later. And I dealt with it last night, so I did go in there and turn all that off.
So, Scott,
But it was.
that
I'm
event
sorry.
isn't today at all. It was just yesterday.
Yeah, it actually is. I only did half of it. So
Oh, okay. I got you.
matter of fact, Jerry, I saw Jerry maybe in Chris's chats or one of them, and he must have been there, and he said it was windy. It was pretty windy today.
Yeah.
And look, based on what I just saw come through here, it's not a little windy, it's a lot windy. Now, that being said, I think it's already passed. I think it's getting pretty calm out there again. So it was a narrow band, but it was pretty intense. So when Chris's show was on, it was so loud I couldn't hear anything. But of course, I'm under a metal roof. So
Mr. Photo Leo, how's that new drone flying?
Real good.
I got to see it in person flying.
Oh, you talk about the
Yeah, Kenny's.
Ken.
Yeah,
he was
Kenny's
flying.
Quad Mafia thing.
I think that's primarily the only one he flew the whole weekend.
Yeah, I took mine out for a maiden on Valentine's Day. Actually, fell in love all over again, and put a video up about it. It's good flight, good smooth. Couple little tweaks here and there, you know.
Yeah.
Real nice.
I think we're gonna Matt. I think we're gonna take the Mario 5 up today for a little test run.
That's what the 04?
Yeah. No, that's what they wanted. We're giving away.
Oh, okay.
The 03.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm waiting on the race wire, you know, the little pads.
Yeah.
Waiting on those from Dave so I could finish my Demibot, which has the 04 in it.
We got that old pitiful 03 air unit in that.
The old pitiful thing.
Yeah, that old pitiful.
So me going through this, I was trying to get all my quads working and stuff like that, and I got a lot of ESCs that are not working. You know, flight controllers are working, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go buy ESCs. But even being there, I was with one guy and he was repairing his, and it same thing. He just needed to replace the ESC. I'll caution everybody: you better really, really check, because you can have an ESC that looks identical to what your stack is, and he went and changed his out and the plug-in wouldn't work, which would have been that means now you got to cut the wires and solder them. And of course, I ain't doing that, and he threw it back in the box. But he obviously, actually, he knew quite a bit. But he's sitting there saying, "Man, you really have to pay attention when you're buying."
Is it like it'd be a V2 and instead of a V3 or V?
Well, yeah, I don't know, but they said really check your specs. And really what it told me is just go buy stacks every time now, which sucks because you're buying two boards instead of one. And right now I got a bunch of flight controllers to work, but not ESCs. So I'm either going to just go buy an ESC and clip the wires and solder them. But you usually buy one with DJI so you can just plug it in. And the plugs were different, and they just didn't match up.
Everyone that I've built and just plugged in, the pinout's wrong, so I have to cut and solder anyway. So I don't even plug in anymore. I just go ahead and cut it and solder to where it's on the blueprint.
I think soldering is actually better anyway. So
yeah, there's an argument on each way. I mean, it's strong, it's strong as long as you don't have a battery strap dragging across it, kind of grabbing one of them or whatever. But that's usually not a problem.
So anyway, I got 3 drones down, pretty much the same thing. But I got witnesses out there that they had some of the same problems I had too. I guess when you fly long enough and you beat them against the ground enough, eventually one of those ESCs go out on you. So I just got a message from Ken. So see what he says. Yeah, he stayed there late last night. He just woke up.
My wife is giving me mad crap about buying the.
He says he's in the show.
Ken?
Yeah, or somewhere. I don't know. He's probably watching.
If he's backstage, you can kick me out.
No, he's not in.
He's not. No, I mean he's probably.
Kick me out too.
He's probably just sitting there watching.
He's lurking.
Morning, Kenny.
Yeah.
Glad you had a good time, guy.
Plug it in. Let's see. There's a great. This is a great stack for $9. 3030 FC 32-bit.
Don't do it. 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 Don't do it.
VLOX? You don't like VLOX?
So let's see. T-Motor VLOX F7 SE. It's the exact one I got. I didn't care for it. There's video out of. Actually, I love the way it flew. The USB port for the flight controller is on the bottom of the board. Not that that's a huge deal. You can mount the damn thing upside down, but since it's on the bottom of the board, it's that much closer to your ESC pads where your motor's soldered to. And so I come down and disarmed in my Armaton from 6 inches off the ground, whatever, and that compressed enough and zapped and the whole thing lit on fire. There's been some other videos. Who was it? Not props off, but I forget who it was. Anyway, he did a video on it that was saying the same thing. Like, yeah, flies good, but just weird problems all of a sudden pop up, and
I'm gonna get all the stacks from AliExpress. I mean, the Speedy Bees, they're like, I don't know, they're like $50, $48 to $56. Where they're like 60 or almost 70 at Speedy Bee. And it might be a version 4. It might be a version 3 instead of a version 4. But
I got the Speedy Bee F405 V3 30x30 stack for my Quad Mafia frame. Beautiful, beautiful. $72 on Amazon. Beautiful, and it's BL Heli S. Not BLL 32, which is what you don't want BLL 32. That's obsolete. You want BLL.
Nick is asking if he's going all DJI, would just get the plug and play, right? Instead of the.
Yeah. If you're gonna get, let's see, a bind and fly DJI. Yeah.
You wouldn't get the. You wouldn't get. The,
I'd go straight. I mean, I don't want to say I'd go straight DJI. It depends on how you fly. It's going to work for me, but even though I use Crossfire mostly. For my 04, I'm doing straight DJI, and you can do that, Nick. Just tell them what.
I had a question about that when his question came up. If you go Express LRS from the bind and fly, you could always convert it to DJI, right?
Probably. I don't see why not.
Well,
I mean,
I'm not sure why not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If they've eliminated the
DJI,
if they've eliminated the signal, the S-bus wire and the signal ground, then
but the only
you'd have to probably just get a new 3-in-1 cable.
If you didn't, if you don't know how it was built, wouldn't that? I mean, didn't they?
Well, if you got an air unit in there, it's already PNP. All you do, and you have to change and put a receiver in to make it something else, which is ELRS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can always go back and forth.
You can.
I'm that way right now. I got one that's got Free Sky in it. That's how old it is.
FR Sky, no kidding.
FR Sky, yeah. And all you got to do is snip off the receiver. If I want to go DJI, all you got to do is put the DJI stuff back on, because that's all I did was undo it to put the FR Sky on.
That's all you do.
And I'm fixing to do it now to do the ELRS because I am probably going all ELRS, but
I actually did that. I did that with my Quad Mafia frame because I couldn't get the what was it? I couldn't get the controller to bind to my goggles when I was connected to the 03. It did fine on the 04, but I couldn't get those two to connect. So I was like, screw it. I'll just go back to Crossfire on this one. And so I did that exactly. I reversed it. I undid these solder joints and put these ones on and reprogrammed it and told it the right UART and you good.
This is a 4-in-1. See, like they have.
That's a stat. What is that? I can't read it. Which one is that? F405 V. So I have the V3. So this is just the one newer, but man, I love mine. It's doing great. And I've got it in another quad too. My Granderino is the F405 Mini.
Yeah. DJI just called me. Sorry about that. So here's what I don't like about AliExpress though. Is it normally $200 for a stack? I mean, has anyone ever paid $200 for a stack?
No.
It's normally $210, but we'll sell it to you for $50. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I don't like
I think
about
that
AliExpress.
stack at Speedy B is about $80 though. I mean, I don't know.
Not 210 though.
Not 210. Yeah.
Not 210. That's what I'm saying.
They make their sales look really damn good. Oh shit, it's 75% off.
210.
Well, his brother is selling at 210 and he can't sell it. So hey, what they're saying is not a lie because the brother's selling it at 210.
Right.
Nobody else is, but
not even Speedy B. You can order it directly from Speedy B for $80.
Right.
Right. I tell you, there was one guy there. It was supposedly a swap meet too, and we really didn't do the swap meet. But this one guy showed up, and I swear it was like a store. He had everything. He had old stuff and new stuff. It was like going through a rummage sale, and it was like, man, I ain't seen that in a long time, And he had planes, he had everything, and he was making some sales too. So, and he'd say, somebody say, all right, I'll pay you $50 for that. And he said, all right. He took something else, swiped it over. He says, will you buy both of those for $60? And the guy gave him $60, So he knew what he was doing. He was
nice.
But he was interesting. He was a much older gentleman. I'd say he's in his 70s, and he said he's on the borderline of dementia. And he said, that ain't holding me back, buddy. He said, I'm out here having fun. He said, he pointed over to his bag and showed all his drones over. He says he still flies and stuff. So you could tell he had a great attitude, and he was not, you take me out when you take me out, but you ain't got me yet. So, and he was sharp too.
Just in case you think I'm kidding. Is it gonna focus or no? Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. What did they tell you? They sending you to.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
The Mavic 4.
His Mavic 4 is ready.
Yeah, right.
No. Yeah, see, 85, $80 or 79, 76. Yeah, I mean, you definitely. I bought a lot of stuff from. I think every drone that Matt and I built, we got it from AliExpress as far as the stacks and stuff. Let's see.
I'm gonna get out of here, Johnny.
All right, Scotty. Thanks for
this guy right here. 4U FPV. See that little dog right there? That little dog was with him everywhere he went, and he has a little backpack, and that thing would jump in the backpack with him. He was a super nice guy. He actually bought my lunch.
He didn't strap him to the drone, did he?
The dog was kind of walking out there where we were all flying. What was his name? I forgot his name right now, but he says, all
right, Bob.
Hey, you're going too far, And the dog turned right back around and walked back. So, yeah, I got to go too, Johnny. So,
all right, Scotty.
We'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great day.
You got it, buddy.
Behave. I know. You have to sell them that.
Yeah. Captain Joe, you gonna fly this week or what?
I hope so.
Yeah. What's the weather? I don't know.
We're gonna have 2 good days, Monday, Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Well,
we got today and tomorrow, and then Tuesday, Wednesday's bad.
Yeah.
It's moving over there.
We got Wednesday night, Thursday's bad with us.
Yep, moving from here over to there.
We'll go.
We had 2 days of good, 2 days of bad. We've been on that big remodel project, and my guys out there trying to get form set and everything. Like we got to hold off, man. Rain coming. Like I get it.
We got to go to the Little Grand Canyon, Joe. We got to go out there.
I agree.
Where's that at?
Mississippi, about an hour and 15 minutes from here, from my house, I
Yeah.
guess.
Sounds cool.
Sounds
I
like a
went
fun
up there
spot.
I went up there about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it's a safe place to fly. No poles. No poles.
Yeah, the only problem is I want to do the Avata
About
down
Karen.
into it, and there's no way I'm gonna go down and get it. So I'm gonna have to make sure I got my little hook made up.
Nah, it won't have no
Yeah,
trouble.
you know what? I need to get one of those. I need to get a little grappler hook, man, because that day Chris Hope came down, to fly down here with my bando, and we thought his squad went on the roof. It was thankfully on the ground, but we're like, damn, I need a little grappler hook of some kind to hang from a camera drone.
Yeah, I did a 3D printer one that the way it sits, when you touch it, it opens up, and then when you pick it up, it closes.
Yeah, Dave
Yeah.
Shattuck, he had one 3D printed at the Chicago event back in July.
Hey, just
He
put
had
a
one very cool.
double-sided tape, put a magnet on that, and get you a magnet, and you get down there. And
I like the grappler hook idea.
Magnet.
Put it together, just didn't get the screws yet.
Michael flies on.
Later, cuz.
Thought this build for one of my boys. He's building the drone. Imagine that.
Hmm.
Mike.
Yep.
So Joe, everybody that got the frame pretty well built it so far, you think? Or
Not everyone yet, but close.
close?
Yep, not everyone. I think Troy, Big Water UAV, he's real close to having his done.
Yeah.
I don't know if Roger and Justin have theirs. I think they've got them started. I don't think they've got them completed yet. Yeah, mine's going. Kenny's is going. Mike's is going. I said Troy's is close. Yeah, it's flying great. Nappy, which is Scotty McFeeder. Nappy FPV, his is up and running.
Lon, Dobo been flying the 04 and 04 light. I saw a couple.
Yeah, some.
Some.
I'm surprised that that Florida meetup they just had. I was gonna ask Jackrabbit if he took a breath if Ken showed up there because he was talking about it, but
Oh, okay.
apparently he didn't go. So
I
Yeah,
heard that. He said if he took a breath.
because I thought for sure he was gonna go, but I guess he didn't end up making it. So
those they look like they had a good time. That was 50, 60 people. That's a lot of people.
It is, and it's a good size though, man. It's a
Yeah.
good size meetup for
yeah.
like Scotty was saying, like when you want to fly, like it's usually that's a good group size, for when you want to fly regularly.
Let me try to find it.
John, you been getting into Flint and getting in the sim?
The Flynn Sim.
A little bit. I'm getting kind of tired of that. I want to do it for real.
Yeah.
Just need the weather now. That's the frustrating part. But hopefully we'll get some good weather here one of these days.
Yeah.
Not right away by the sounds of it though.
No, it's snowing right now, son. I was looking out the window.
Yeah.
It's snowing right now.
John's gonna be ripping at that park we go to on Sunday. He'll be.
Oh yeah. I'll be ripping it.
I was talking to Justin yesterday. That's Twisted Skies. He's up in Green Bay, and he said they were supposed to get 9 inches, and they had already had, I think, 14 hours before the end of the storm. So oh my goodness,
That's crazy.
and he works for the schools and helps with the roads and stuff too. So he got to go out and work in that shit.
That's right. Yeah.
Joe, we couldn't have no monograph raise if we had that crap, huh?
Yeah, you're right.
Man.
Oh, that'd be cool though. Good picture.
Yeah, it'd be a good picture.
Took a picture of this girl in the Dance Connection last night, right? And they got about 20 likes on the picture on my site. And she said she liked it. She wanted to know how to get the picture. Her name is Carrie Fine, Fine. And she's right.
She's right.
She's absolutely right.
Share.
Carry on.
Let's see it.
I'm ready for some boat chasing.
Yeah.
RJ Ron says he's ready for some boat chasing. Yeah.
I'm ready for some fixed wing chasing. There's been a lot of fixed wing pilots down here that we've been running into.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, last week when I went and flew, I put a video up, and
yeah, that's kind of what Charlie Mafia met those guys up there.
yeah, at his spot, right? Yeah, been a bunch of over at the Bando too at 400 Randall. Me and Chris Hope and Brian Mackey were out there that day, and Will, my buddy. And when we left that day, there was a dude just 1,000 feet away flying his fixed wing in an open field. We didn't even see him. I feel like, damn.
Right.
Let's exchange numbers, man.
We got a freer field here right there, Joe. You know, right there by Don Seafood, and of course those guys, they'll tell you they don't welcome drones there. So that guy,
They don't, huh?
Now I messaged him on Messenger and I asked him, and that's what he told me. He said we don't welcome drones. That's what.
That's
Even though
okay.
it's
You don't have to welcome me. I'm going to fly anyhow.
yeah. Well, they I mean, but the city.
Well, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really go over there. It's not a great. I mean, it's really not a great. I mean, there's no point of interest to fly. You're flying over basically the sewer pond, you know, the treatment pond. So,
Right.
or the interstate. You know, to me, it's kind of a dangerous place to fly. Really, even for those planes. You know, it's right on side the interstate, but they rent it. Well, I think the city lets them use it. He gets away with saying he's going to help and have some classes, some STEM classes, although I've never really known them to do anything. But anyway. Bill Rodane, welcome in, Mr. Bill.
Faizan, what's up?
Yeah, the thing is that I remember when I flew fixed wing and helicopters, and man, it's interesting. Those guys are dedicated. You know, there's not a lot of new entry into that from what I can tell, but the guys that fly are going to fly till they die, basically. Some of those guys, man, they've been flying fixed wing for 30 years and yada, yada, and they're going to
line of sight. They just never get tired of it.
Yeah. Nope. Never get tired of it. They'll fly forever.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if they get a lot of new people because, there used to be hobby shops around here for that. There used to be like 3 of them at least.
Yeah. They closed down around here. COVID kind of knocked them out.
Yeah, well, they were just about gone before that around here, but that probably put the last nail in the coffin, in a lot of those places.
Right.
And they wouldn't transition to drones; they just refused.
Yeah,
you know right. What I mean,
this one I went to, they didn't have DJI drones. They just had like Dramita and like $60 and $80, $100 shits. They just
Yeah,
they died finally.
My brother-in-law flies fixed wing, and he hadn't flown in a few years, but he did retire about 2 weeks ago. And I told him, I said, he did have an Autel, one of the orange that they didn't do the battery anymore. But anyway, he said, I said, why don't you get drones? He said, no, I'm gonna get back into my fixed wing, So he's got about 6 of them hanging on the wall. I mean, hanging down from the ceiling and stuff. But they like it. I mean,
Oh yeah, dedicated. Like I said, they're dedicated, man.
Yeah.
So I'm just reading chat here.
Yeah, and they haven't changed much. Exactly. FTFO's right. It's just like, and they're not looking to change either. Quite frankly, you talk to them about putting like air units or whatever on a fixed wing, and some people are open to it, right? Because you could fly, fixed wing with a, with a air unit or whatnot, but. Most of them are just like,
So a lot of all of them components, I mean, mostly I guess Chinese same way. I mean, all of that stuff is that they fly that with fixed wing.
Oh yeah,
same.
Oh yeah, I don't even know. No, it wasn't Antu. No, no, Greenbox. Frick, I don't even know the last time an American company made a flight controller for fixed wing or helicopters or anything like that. Since Texas Instruments went out of business, maybe. I mean, for real, I have no idea when the last time an American company made something like that.
Huh.
I don't even know. Since Radio Shack, no, I can't think of any. It's been a long time. I remember when I bought my first DJI kit back in the day, and that's the last time that's when I stepped into, I don't know, man. I don't think there's any American companies making stuff like that at all.
About 10 years ago, I saw a guy flying with an FPV camera. Huh.
Yeah, of course, Shelby Vole flies, he flies FPV, fixed wing.
Sure.
He's
Because there's guys that went from drones to
Great.
fixed wing, and they'll fly with air units and whatnot.
yeah,
The guys that have been flying fixed wing for like 30 years or whatever.
yeah. They're not. They're the
some
ones
of
not
them,
switching.
some of them will go in, but most
Yeah.
of them.
It's kind of
they had no
like
interest.
it's kind of like the VTOLs. You know, they never really. You thought they might kind of take off a little bit. You know, kind of, but they never really. I don't really know 2 or 3 people that's got a VTOL. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Who came out? What didn't somebody come out with one not long ago? Was it? It wasn't Altel.
I remember something a couple years ago about a.
Altel did come out with one a while
Did they?
back for industrial or
Or did 00 come out with?
Yeah, somebody remember it was. You could. I don't think it was.
I remember
Herron
him
had
doing
one
a
for
video
minute,
on it out in the
foam
field
one.
where he was, he really had some struggles with it, but I don't remember. It might have been a toy.
Parrot
too. It
came
might have
out
been-
with one. I had the Parrot one.
Yeah,
Parrot.
maybe.
I still
Parrot.
have the Parrot one. Parrot came out with one 10 years ago or better. Yeah.
I remember that first spin up. Matty Doc built that drone for Matty, and as soon as that VTOL fired up, Matty's drone just poop hit the deck.
Shit.
I mean, he wasn't too high. I mean, he did just, you know, he's probably 20 feet. But I mean, as soon as that guy fired up that thing, it knocked that drone out
Backed
the
it
sky.
up. Wow.
That was at
Yeah,
that
Thunder
field,
Tiger.
but yeah.
That's like skiing to snowboarding. You know what I mean? The guys have been skiing for 25, 30 years and won't even look at a snowboard. It just is what it is. You know what I mean?
Lance, welcome in.
Morning, Lance.
Lance.
Well, it's still early with Lance. Is that what 5 o'clock in the morning?
6:15.
6:15?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Lance gets up
Yeah.
early. He ain't like
Early
Joe
birds.
Burrow, sleeps all day.
Yeah, lazy bastard.
Joe, we're not
I
gonna
can't
talk
talk.
behind your back. You know that, huh?
I know y'all better than
You're not gonna say nothing when you get home.
that. I was sleepy this morning though. Yesterday too. I woke up at 8 o'clock yesterday morning. I was tired last night.
Hey, but Lon and John, everybody in here, I mean, basically, you know, we all look how many people are flying FPV now that, you know, said I'd never fly that crap. You know what I mean? And
I never
was
called it
one-
crap, but I did say I was never in. I did once say I'm not
Yeah.
interested in that. That's too easy to crash right there. That looks way too crazy.
My
Here
biggest
I am.
thing though is the goggles, having the goggles on, and I just still am not totally comfortable flying.
I don't like it.
Just
Mm-mm.
yeah, I mean, Lon, I think you're the same way. I mean,
It's
I
not
have
for
to have
everybody.
I have to have somebody with me, even though I don't like live in a bad place. I just don't feel comfortable with them on, not having somebody there. You know, kind of.
It's definitely
Yeah.
good. I mean, look what happened to the guy that, you know, his drone got ran over, just a normal, you know, just flying. I mean, it's great to have. I know when Joe and I fly, I mean, you know, we're saying where we're at and how high we up, and you know, and even when I'm doing my FPV, he's kind of, you know, watching, and I mean, we never really had any problems, but you never know, you know, people are nuts, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, I had it when I was flying the potato, and I was way up an embankment underneath the bridge, and some drunk girl was walking by and went up the hill and tried to boop me on the nose. You know, and I am not cute, right? And I'm 6'4" and like 250 pounds. You would think a 5'1", 110, 115 pound girl, I'd be the last person they would approach. But she climbed up that embankment, and I'm looking at her with the drone because I heard something. And so I flew the drone back, and I got the drone hovering. That was the great thing about the potato, right? You know, I flew it
You
back
sit
and
there
I
and
had
watch
her
her.
looking at her, waiting for her to realize she's
coming.
being stupid.
Yeah.
And then she got within like a foot or so. It means she was going out like this. I said, "What are you doing?" You know, I said, "Get away from me." And she just kind of, and her and her friends giggled, and they ran down the street. And I'm just like, "Really? Really?"
So Lon,
You know,
like
so.
the drones like the Flip and the Neo. I'm not saying so much the Avata, because I mean you can fly it a little different, but those drones, I ain't saying are they more mainstream now, or are they hurting the community more, or is it no big deal? I mean, you know, I mean,
I don't know. You know, I'm not a huge subscriber to the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just
just-
wonder, you know, like, I mean, some people wig out. I think it's not so much a drone; it's just a camera. You know, they wig out about the camera. You know, you know,
Yeah.
you're like Joe had that. Joe, I don't think the lady probably said anything about what he was flying. You know, he followed her into the bathroom.
Right.
The girl said, or the
Right,
lady.
yeah, no kidding, man. Damn it, Joe. No, I mean, here, look, put it this way. Okay, remember, we're old enough to remember when cell phones weren't a thing, right?
Oh,
And whenever you saw somebody with a cell phone, everybody would be like,
yeah.
who's that guy? Or they'd be on the phone. Yeah, man, go ahead and sell my stock at $10,000 a share. You know, these guys walk, you know what I'm saying? And these guys walking around. And I remember when big phones was not a thing and people were all like, making fun of people with big, you know, slab phones or whatever. Back when they were only 5 inches screen size.
Yeah.
Now they're 7-inch screen size almost. So I think the more things get integrated into, hell, I remember when I first started riding crotch rockets. Every time I parked my goddamn bike, I'd get a bunch of people coming up going, hey, how fast does that thing go? And how fast have you had it? And yada, yada, yada. And now you see crotch rockets everywhere you go. So I think more people having it and more people having access to it
Yeah, I guess.
will bring the notoriety of it and the, you know, that's the
Acceptance.
novelty of it. Acceptance. The more
Well, I
people that
think-
have one,
Yeah, like the
you know.
cell phone. I remember when I first got my bag phone, I guess in, I don't know, 95 or 96, when I got into real estate, you kind of like answer the phone and you kind of like, you're in the car, like you didn't really want people seeing you, you know, like, man,
right?
real estate agent got a phone, you know, and you talk for
Yeah.
like about 10 seconds. Cause you know, if you talk 1 minute and 1 second, that was 2 minutes, you know, like,
Yeah,
Right.
charged by the minute.
yeah.
I remember that.
Hey, you see,
Yeah.
My dad was in real
Now you
estate too.
just
I remember he had the car phone installed with the mic and the hands free and everything. I'm like, man, this is the coolest shit ever. Look at this.
I mean,
But, you know,
that's
it's talking
what I
about 89,
there was
90.
a lady the other day in church. She answers the freaking phone and she goes, I'm in church. Well, duh, you don't have to answer the freaking phone, you know?
Right.
You just text
Yeah.
them back.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when hood rats used to buy fakey antennas to put on their car. You know, to make it look like you had a car
They
phone.
had- yeah.
Because I remember I used to
Little stick
install
on
car
curly
phones.
Q freaking thing.
Yep.
Brian Mackey,
Yep.
well,
I used to
man,
install
Brian.
car phones.
Morning, Brian.
Morning, man.
No, but it, you know what? It is, you know, it's funny how you do progress. And the same thing, I mean, you know, years ago, the guys that I say real FPV flyers or stuff that people put together years ago that, you know, man, they you know, and people never really saw that. Now it's pretty common, I guess, that, you know, Joe, you know, when you go somewhere, if they got some kids or something, you probably just go to another little location in the park or something. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't want to fly around anybody.
Right.
Right.
No, I remember back in the day where I swear to God, I was the only person to own a drone probably for a 100-mile radius. Easy. Easy. You know, you never saw another drone anywhere. And then the Mavic Pro kind of broke that open. You know, the Phantom made it you know, they got a lot of notoriety for DJI, but most people weren't out buying them. They were like $2,000. They flew away all the time. You know what I mean? I think the Mavic Pro really brought it into, I think that's when they first started selling them at Best Buy too. I believe the Mavic Pro was one of the first DJI drones that were sold at Best Buy.
Right.
Maybe the Phantom was sold, Phantom 3. It feels like though the Mavic, but anyway, it started becoming more and more mainstream. And as it becomes, there's going to be this zone where it's going to be becoming more mainstream, but people are going to hate it. But then after a while, it's just going to
They just
be
accept
so
it.
prevalent that people are just used to it. It's
Yeah.
not going to be a big deal. Like in the sci-fi movies where the lady's got a drone following her around everywhere she goes.
Well, like
You know
Mike-
what I mean?
Yeah, Mike, you make it. I mean, that's a hard. Even when Captain Joe and I went, you know, we go to different locations, but when we try to go to that little park where I do like to fly the FPV, but they got a playground there, and if the kids, I mean, we don't even try to fly over the playground, and it's a long way really from where we're at. But hey, just don't try to draw attention to yourself, you know. I mean, you know, if you follow somebody in the bathroom, they might get mad. I'm just saying.
Well, for Joe, yeah.
But knock on their window with the drone.
Yeah,
People.
Tap, 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 tap.
tap, yeah. Oh, hey, but you know what? It is fun, and hey, I it's just like we talk about remote ID. Listen, for the way we fly, I think most of the community and all that remote ID, hey, it's really no big deal. You know, really didn't affect anybody. But I mean, hey, if you follow the rules, you really not going to have a problem, you know?
We blow everything out of proportion. And I think people in general blow everything out of proportion. It doesn't matter. No matter where you go on YouTube, somebody's freaking out about something. You know what I mean? And we're just as bad. You know, something's coming up. It's the end of the drone hobby. Oh my God, it's the end.
You know what? The forums, you know, you can join it. Like, okay, I got a little group, of course, Facebook for my Santa Cruz Hyundai. Well, guess what? They got just as many guys on that forum that bitch about, you know, they own it. In the same way, DJI, if you get on there right now on a Fly for Fun page and put that, hey, your Air 3S, every time you fly, it pulls to the left or something, you're gonna get people to agree with you, you know. So
right.
it's like you know, kind of take those forums. I mean, and they're good. I mean, listen, you can YouTube anything, you can fix anything, and that's a great part about YouTube. But you also can get a lot of negativity, and you know.
Well, they're bitch magnets.
Yeah.
You know, there's magnet. There's 1 million people bought the Mini 4 Pro. Let's say 1 million people in this country, maybe 10 million. Who knows? If 1,000 of those people have a problem, they're all going to gather in the same place and complain. And it looks like, oh my God, every Mini 4 Pro has a problem because the 9,900,900, you know, or whatever, are never going to say anything. They danced into Best Buy, picked the thing up. They flew it around their backyard. They flew it on vacation in Aruba, whatever. And it sits on the shelf and they're never going to say anything. You're never going to hear anything about them. But those 1,000, though, that had a problem or whatever, they're never going to shut up about it.
Yeah.
You know, so
well,
that's just how it is.
That's always the case. I mean, you know, listen, same thing. Even you talk about the FPV, you know, some guys might like this stack. Some guy might like another brand. They might like this motor. And, you know, some of the best motors out there, you see guys, oh, those ain't worth the crap. And some of the cheaper motors, you know, they all really come from China. I mean, really, I don't know how much different they can be, but I mean, you know.
I don't know.
Anyway,
there's complaints on the Mercedes forum. You know what I mean? That's what I always say.
Yeah.
there's Mercedes on the Cadillac forum. There's complaints on the BMW forum. You know what I mean? There's complaints on Tiffany's website.
Joe's a photographer, and same thing. You know, if he says something about one of his cameras, I'm sure he'll get somebody to agree with, you know, the way it's or whatever, you know.
Canon's garbage, Nikon's garbage, Sony's garbage, Fuji's garbage. Yep.
All right, guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I'm gonna go play. Got to go out to the cemetery. I'm gonna go play some pickleball at 9:30. So play every Sunday morning. So
nice.
If I'm walking around in the cast this afternoon, got a baseball game to go to at 1 o'clock. So no,
don't do that.
All right, join us. No Fly for Fun show this week. I don't know, Lon. Well, y'all did Bill's show last night?
Bill's was last night and Arts was Friday.
And Marcus and them do drone seekers today. I'm not sure who they have on. Matter of fact, I think John Flynn is on. Yeah, that's right. I knew you were coming up. Yeah, that's today.
Yeah, John is on drone seekers, huh?
Yeah, there you go. Good show.
What drone are you guys looking for? What drone are you guys looking for?
The Mavic 5.
The Mavic
Ultra.
Oh, it's not like House Hunters?
No, the Potenza.
What's Drone Seekers about? Aren't they seeking a drone?
They're looking for
it's like American Pickers or whatever. You guys are
trying to find somebody that knows how to fly a drone. And they're down.
It's just funny to me, the name of that Drone Seekers. I'm like, are they seeking drones? I don't get it. Are they looking for a drone?
Yeah, ask Marcus.
Yeah. All right, guys. Everybody have a great Sunday and get out there and fly if you can. If you held up in the snow, just stay warm is all I can say.
You got it.